Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing a little Minnesota Twins franchise. It's MLB The Show 19. And we're playing the Chicago White Sox. We've got a short little two-game series with them in games 4 and 5 of season number 5. And let's get started with game number 4. Both teams coming into this one at 2-1. And we are at Target Field for this series. It's an interesting little two-game series. We don't play many of these two-game series against division opponents. Jose Quintana, the lefty, will take the mound for the White Sox. A year ago, he was 14-13 with a 4.31 ERA, and we will send out Kyle Gibson, making his first start of the year. We signed him to an extension towards the end of last season. He was 11-7 with a 3.46 ERA a season ago. We get the highlights started here in inning number 2 with Kevin Smith, the White Sox catcher, at the plate with runners on first and second with 2 outs, and Gibson gives up the base hit into right field. In front of Delino DeShields Jr., here comes the throw to the plate, not in time, and the White Sox get out in front first. Kevin Smith with the RBI single. It's 1-0 Chicago. Next up now, Alcides Escobar, and he gets one just inside the chalk down the right field line. Another run is going to come in to score. The throw comes into second. It's 2-0 White Sox. Alcides Escobar still playing for Chicago. In our franchise, 2-0 White Sox. We go to the third inning. In the third, the Todd father, last year's American League MVP with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the delivery from Gibson, and the Todd father has just launched home run number 1. Last year he hit 49 of these, and this is his first of the year this year. Solo home run for the Todd father. It's 3-0 White Sox, and Kyle Gibson's season debut not off to a great start here in Minneapolis at Target Field. Starting the season off with a 5-game homestand. Here's Wilmer Flores now. He's 6 for 10 on the season with a home run and 3 RBIs. He's got a runner on second. He's going to drive this one down the left field line. That one's on a line, and it's into row number 3. Second home run of the year for Wilmer Flores. We picked him up from the New York Mets as our starting shortstop in the offseason. It's 3-2 at the end of the third inning. We go to inning number 4. The White Sox made it to the postseason last year. They won the wild card game over the Blue Jays and lost in the division series to the eventual World Series champion Red Sox. This is second baseman William Manning, and Manning hits one into the bullpens. A solo home run, and Kyle Gibson continues to struggle in his first start of the year. White Sox lead at 4-2. Solo home run for second baseman William Manning. Now the DH, Felipe Fabregas, at the plate with a runner on third and 2 outs, and Fabregas is going to line this one into right field in front of Delino DeShields, and another run scores. It is 5-2, White Sox with the lead, and that's how we end the top of the fourth. 5-2, Chicago. We go to the 5th inning. We have Miguel Sano with 2 on and 2 outs. A home run would tie this ball game up. Here's the delivery from Quintana, and Miguel Sano swings through it. And Quintana gets off the hook. End of the 5th inning is still 5-2. Pale Hose with the lead. 6th inning now. Cole Stewart making his first appearance of the season. He is kind of our mop-up guy. Long reliever. Runners on the corners with 1 out, and Alcides Escobar is going to bloop one into right field. It's going to land fair. 1 run comes in to score. Another runner heading to third. And Alcides Escobar with another run driven in. Felipe Fabregas now. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Here's the delivery from Cole Stewart. This one's lifted into left field. And Eddie Rosario has a runner tagging from third. And the throw to the plate is not in time. And it is now 7-2. White Sox have run this lead out to 5. We go to inning number 8. J.C. Boyd, 0 for 4 on the day, has 1 home run so far on the season. He's got the bases jacked with 2 outs, and he's going to drive this one deep to left field. That one is going back in the track, and it's a grand slam. You can put it on the board. Yes! And the White Sox go up 11-3 with the grand slam off of Cole Stewart. And that would do it. Eddie Rosario would add a home run in the late stages of the game for us. The White Sox win it by a score of 12-4. They lead the series 1-0. And Anthony Alford, the center fielder for the White Sox, went 5 for 5. All 5 of his hits were singles. But a nice day for Anthony Alford. Not too many 5-hit days for Major League players. And let's take a look at Wilmer Flores now. He's off to a scorching hot start for the Twins. Let's take a look at his numbers. He is 9 of 14, a .643 average with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, .643 on-base percentage, a .214 slugging, a .857 OPS, 14 plate appearances, 3 strikeouts, 2 doubles, no triples, 17 total bases for Wilmer Flores. So a great start for our new shortstop. And let's look at his fielding stats. 34 innings in the field. He has 8 assists, 2 putouts, and 1 error. Fielding percentage of .909. That should increase. He's a good fielder. He should be somewhere around the .96, 97, 98 range before the end of the season. Doesn't have any base running stats yet. We're only 4 games into this thing. And his advanced stats might not show a lot because we only have 4 games under our belts. But he does have a 0.5 wins above replacement. 21.4% strikeout percentage. Hopefully that will come down. 7 at-bats per home run. That's obviously not going to stay that low. There's going to be more at-bats per home run for him, but off to such a fantastic start. We are excited about Wilmer Flores. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some spotlight players like that in just about every episode where we'll look at some stats, kind of keep you guys posted on how things are going. That way, I want to get a little bit more into the stats side of things during this season than I have been before. Chad Bettis making the start here in game number 5 for the Twins. He is our 5th starter. And that is a spot that's wide open, and hopefully Bettis will take the bull by the horns and keep it. But we all know he struggled last year. He was 1-14 with an ERA towards 6. But hopefully he'll bounce back and have a good year, keep that number 5 spot, and we'll have a solidified rotation. He gets the strikeout there. We go to the 3rd inning with White Sox catcher Kevin Smith. 11 home runs a year ago. He's 4 for 14 on the year so far. With nobody on, nobody out in the 3rd, and he is going to put the White Sox on the board with a home run to left into the 2nd row of seats. The White Sox lead at 1-0. Looking for a little 2-game sweep over the Twins here in the Twin Cities. Middle of the 3rd, White Sox lead at 1-0. Let's move on to inning number 4. We have William Manning at the plate now. He hit a home run in yesterday's game. With a 3-2 count, 2 outs, he swings and misses, and Chad Bettis gets the strikeout to end the top of the 4th. So a pretty solid start through 4 innings for Chad Bettis. He's given up the 1 run, just the home run to Kevin Smith. Here's Delino DeShields Jr., 1 for 1 with a single back in the 3rd. 3-1 count, runner on 3rd, chance to drive in a run, and he's going to line it into left field. That one is down, and a run comes in to score. We're all tied up at 1 in the bottom of the 5th, and that will solicit a mound visit from the pitching coach for the White Sox. End of the 5th, we're tied at 1. We move on to the 6th inning. Genmar Gomez comes in, making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's got 1 1/3 innings under his belt. He's going to face J.C. Boyd with 2 outs and a runner on first. 0-1 delivery. J.C. Boyd, line drive down the first baseline. Knocked down by Calero, and he's going to step on the bag. Mario Calero, nice reflexes to knock that one down into foul territory. He picks it up, steps on the bag. We go to the 7th inning, still tied up at 1 apiece. Kevin Smith now, 2 for 2 on the day, a home run and a single. Still tied at 1. Genmar Gomez still on the hill, 1-2 count. This one into right field, and Delino DeShields Jr. is there. He makes the catch, and it keeps the score at 1 apiece. We are going to head now to the 9th inning. Chance for the Twins. James Iverson facing Francisco Cervelli. Can the Twins walk it off here in the 9th? 1-1 score. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. We've got a 3-2 count to Francisco Cervelli, and he swings and misses. Iverson gets the strikeout. We're going to extra innings. First extra innings game of the season for us. And it was a marathon. We go to the 19th inning here. Shane Ashley coming in for the Twins, facing William Manning, who's 1 for 7 on the day. This is his 8th plate appearance. 1-2 count, runner in scoring position, and he swings at that one inside, ground ball to Wilmer Flores, who makes the play and gets us out of the 19th inning. Let's fast forward now to inning number 20. That's right, 20th inning. David Robertson on the hill for the White Sox. He's their closer, trying to get this to a 21st inning. Byron Buxton with 1 out, and Buxton's going to line this one to left. That's going to drop. It is cut off out there. Buxton rounds the corner at first, thinks about second, doesn't take it. And it'll bring up Nolan Arenado. He is 0 for 7 on the day. A 167 batting average with a runner on first and 1 out, a 2-1 count. This is Robertson, the pitcher, comes set. Here's the delivery. High pitch. That one's taken deep to left field. That one is back of the track. And it is gone! Nolan Arenado with a 2-run home run walks off the Twins. In the bottom of the 20th inning, man, it's good to win those games, those marathon extra inning games, because if you don't win them, they can beat you twice. Because tomorrow's game against the Royals is going to be awfully tough to win. Our bullpen is completely shot, and we're going to be hoping for a huge performance out of our starting pitcher, Sonny Gray. But we do get the win in this 20-inning marathon. We split the series with the White Sox 1 game apiece, and we get the win 3-1. We are in a 3-way tie for first place in the Central Division at 3-2 with both the White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Nolan Arenado, your player of the game. He was 1 for 8, but he had the walk-off home run. Delino DeShields went 4 for 8 for us. And let's go ahead and look at the standings. The American League, the Red Sox out to a 4-2 start. The Twins are 3-2. Rangers are 5-3. The A's and the Angels would be your 2 wild card teams. Obviously, that doesn't matter right now. We're way out ahead of ourselves. The White Sox and the Tigers have a winning record. Everybody else is at 500 or below 500 in the American League. Let's flip things over now and look at the National League. We have a surprise in the National League. The Atlanta Braves have jumped up to a 5-0 start. They have consistently been at the bottom of the National League in the first 4 years of this franchise. A great start for the Braves, very promising. The Nationals are 5-2. The Giants are 7-0. They are on pace to go 162-0. That's not going to happen. But man, the Giants off to a fantastic start. The D-backs disappointing at 1-6. The Pirates are 4-3. They lead the NL Central. All right, that's it for Minnesota Twins franchise episode 227. Up next, our first road trip of the year at Kansas City here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.